Hey, what's guys? I'm doing a interesting horse discussion video for you guys today. So this was actually suggested from someone in the messenger group of Thunderdome. They also have a YouTube channel as well, which I will link in the description of this video that you guys can check out. They actually post some pretty good MTG content and stuff like that, box openings and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go give them a look and maybe subscribe if you guys are interested. But the discussion that someone had suggested to me for a video is changeling cards, and there's a few that I run here and there in horsemanship or in the horse deck, and so the video is like kind of like a top 5 horse or changeling cards for that he or the person had considered, to be pretty good in horses. So at least from like effects and things like that. So that's what I was gonna read off to you guys for in this video. So first one is Torin Mauler. It's 2 in red, shape creature shape shifter. Changeling, so it can be every type. And then where an opponent casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So that's actually not bad. Because it buffs itself. Which it's actually a 2/2 by itself. So it's not terrible. If it did every creature, then that'd be pretty OP. But I think for buffing itself, I think that'd be. That's not. That's actually not terrible for when your opponent casts a spell. Um. So and you could theoretically bring this out turn 2 if you have a mountain and a soul ring. So that's actually not a bad one. Next one is Ovar, the All Form. It's from Kaldheim. The last card that I had just mentioned was from Adventure in the Forgotten Realms. It's like the commander deck, basically. But for Ovar, same thing. It's a shapeshifter, but it's 3 in the blue. So when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. So if you target a Crisis Nightmare, then you make a copy of it, which is what I'm getting from that. And then it has additional effects when a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. So either way, you're going to be making a copy of something, which is pretty good. So that's one that I've definitely maybe actually pretty consider for pure horses or like a horse theme. Because you're making a copy of Crisis somewhere. Ideally, somewhat either way. So that's pretty good. And then next one, Unsettled Mariner. It's a white and a blue. So when you or a permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability, and opponent controls counter that spell or ability unless its control pays 1. So it gives you a little mini protection for a turn, or for essentially 1 mana, which if it's early game, yeah, I could see that being useful. But if it's middle game, that can be hit or miss because your opponent could essentially save X amount of mana and use the spell and then be able to pay the one. So it can really be hit or miss on the card, at least in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad for the effect, but again, it's just kind of situational from what I'm getting at. So, and then there's two more, yeah. So, uh, I'm not going to know how to pronounce this card's name. So it's 4 in the black. It's basically like an alien dude with like Karn Wanderer. That's gonna be the best I can do for that. But the effect is as long as a creature as long as a creature card with flying is in the graveyard, this creature also gets flying. Same goes for first strike, double strike. You know the rest of the mechanics basically hexproof, trample. So which it's okay. I mean it can be pretty annoying to deal with, but I don't think it's anything crazy for Shapeshifter to use in horses. Um, so, and then last one is Morphon, which is obviously a staple for most decks anyway, at least for tribal decks anyway. So, Morphon, if you don't know, it's basically a changeling, and then basically you choose a creature type, and then creatures of that chosen type get reduced by blue, black, green, white, red, just one of each. So if it costs like, for example, the Tauron Mauler, if it since it's 2 in red, then you can cast it for 2 colorless and voila. I mean, it's essentially just as easy as that. So, or like if it has 2 and 2 white, then you just cast it for 2 and a white. So just stuff like that is like it helps with or Morphon helps with doing that type of stuff. So that's essentially what was suggested to me for making a video over. I think the changing stuff is actually not bad, depending on what card it is. Because there are a lot of, I wouldn't say bad ones, but just not very useful ones, which is probably essentially the same thing. But there are actually some pretty good ones, or some other pretty good ones anyway. Like Realm Walker is another really good one, and that's the only other one I know besides Morphon. Yeah, I think that's the only two that I really know. But the ones I listed off in this video aren't terrible either. The black one I probably wouldn't run too much, but well, same with the blue-white one, but the Mauler and the and the blue one, I probably definitely run the one that makes a copy of a creature. Those two I would definitely consider running, especially the blue one, because if you get this card, then you make a copy of a Crested Summer, or if you have it on the field and you cast an instant that targets crushes somewhere, then you still get to make a copy of it. So I think out of the ones I read off to you guys, I think Realm Walker is really good, more fun, and then the blue one, the token copy or the creature copy card. Those are probably your best three shapeshifters that I can probably think of to run in horses. So, but yeah. So that's basically it for the video. Make sure you guys check out Thunderdome for more really cool content. Actually, he doesn't post often, but he posts some really cool stuff whenever he does. They have a Discord group, and he's been posting matches from there, which is actually really cool. I've watched a few of them, and it's actually pretty fun to watch. So I definitely highly recommend their channel. So, but yeah, so thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. All right, there you guys.